Opportunity cost, of course, we discussed that in the first class or the second class. But anyway, I told you opportunity cost is the value of next best alternative. Remember that one very well. The value of next best alternative is known as the opportunity cost. So we say value of next best alternative. And so this happens because of scarcity. Because of scarcity, what happens? We have to make choices. So then we make the choice. When we make the choice, we have to give up some other options. Out of all these options, there will be the best option that you could have taken if you did not select the concerned action. Then the value as the opportunity cost. So there is one thing that I want to highlight here. It is, we have a saying this thing as a free lunch. So there will be free lunch. Probably if you had the integration week, at the end of the integration week, we will be having a free lunch. But can we call it a free lunch? Or why we cannot eat a free lunch? In fact, this tells us there is no such thing as a free lunch. Means it tells it is free for someone, but it is not truly free. Because if there is scarcity, there is a value for that, of course. Whenever there is an scarcity, of course, there will be a value for that. Therefore, if we give up something, if we select something, we have to give up many other things. So there will be a value for that. Yes. Very good answer. There is no free lunch because there will be a cost to someone. Right? It is free for you, but for preparation, we have to pay some money. For example, the university education is free for you, but is it really free? It is not free because the poor taxpayer paying that money. It is a cost to them. Very good answer. So it is a cost to the taxpayers, whereas it is free for you. And it is free for you, but someone have borne the cost. Therefore, there is no such thing as free lunch. Yes, someone will have to bear the cost. Both answers are correct. So that tells, even though we have something free for us, it is a cost for something else. Cost for something else in the sense, let's say the free education. The government will spend some money for our education. When government put that money, money will have opportunity cost. For example, government could have put that money to build a road or to build an airport. And with the money that we utilize with the education. So it had opportunity cost. We did not use that money for the construction of a road. So we put that money for education. Therefore, we had to give up the production of a road. So the gain that economy could have taken or reached with that resources we put on education without putting for road construction, that is known as the opportunity cost. So simply the value of that we would get from the road is known as the opportunity cost. So therefore we say there is no such thing as a free lunch. We have scarcity. Scarcity make choices. When we make the choice, there will be a cost for that, because at least there will be opportunity cost. We have to give up something to produce something. That opportunity cost can be seen with the PPF. It is very easy, convenient, as well as it is easy to understand. Let's start with the familiar PPF. This PPF is very much familiar with us. So we can produce either 15 mobile phones and 0 computers, or 2 computers and 0 mobile phones, or any combination in between these two. Therefore, we will be having only 2 goods and services, and either mobile phones or computers. Therefore, the opportunity cost of the production of computer will be the sacrifice from the mobile phones. Very easy to understand. So we are going to increase the computers, the production of computers, then we have to give up production of mobile phones. And we have only that. We had only 2 options, either to produce computer or mobile phones. Since we are going to produce computers, then mobile phone is the given up. So value of the mobile phone will be the opportunity cost of production of computers. So if you look at this graph, you can see conveniently, we are increasing computer production from 0 to 1. When we had 0 computers, we were producing 15 mobile phones. Now, we are increasing the production of computers from 0 to 1. So 1 unit increase in computers. That has decreased the production of 1 unit of mobile phones. If we do the same thing with the same number, we are going to increase the production of computers with 1 more unit. Right, 1, 2, 2. Then you can see we have to decrease our mobile phone production from 14 to 12. Right, so 2 units need to be sacrificed. So value of these 2 units is known as the opportunity cost of producing computers. Likewise, we can go 3, 4, 5. If we are going for 5 units of computers, we cannot produce any number of mobile phones. Right. So we are moving from 4 to 5, therefore this will be the value, 5 mobile phones. The opportunity cost of producing final computer, 4 to 5, is 5 mobile phones. Now, if you look at this graph clearly, you can see, you can understand, if we increase the production of 1 good, that is computer, with the same number, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Always the difference between this point and this point is equal to 1. 1 unit increment will be there from the computers. Then what is happening to the sacrifice of mobile phones? We are giving up mobile phones in the beginning 1, next 2, next 3, next 4, and finally 5. So it is increasing gradually. If we increase the production of computers with a similar number, sacrificing of mobile phones is getting increased. In the beginning 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Can someone say why it is happening? Those who have done economics, why we are having this kind of a relationship, increasing opportunity cost. This PPF is concave to the origin, so easily you can remember, if the graph is concave, then there will be increasing opportunity cost. If we increase the number of output, a particular good output with a certain number, the amount of the other good that we are going to sacrifice is getting increased. In the beginning, computers and mobile phones, we just give out 1 mobile phone and we produce 1 cup to go for 2 mobile phones. We have to sacrifice 2 mobile phones to produce 1 more unit of computers. Then 3 more mobile phones to produce 1 more unit of computers. So therefore, we say increasing opportunity cost. If the PPF is concave to the origin, it is increasing opportunity cost. You can see in the beginning when we increase 1 unit of computers, we have to sacrifice 1 unit of mobile phones. But second, it is 2, 3, 4, 5. Opportunity cost of producing. Like the previous case, in this case also, we are increasing the production of computers by 1 unit. Always we are increasing it by 1 unit, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 likewise. Always computer production will be increasing by 1 unit. But if you look at the giving out amount of mobile phones, in the beginning, 5 units of mobile phones. To increase the production of computers from 0 to 1, that is 1 unit. 1 unit of computers, then we have to sacrifice 5 units of mobile phones. In the second case, when we want to move from 1 to 2, then it is only 4 units of mobile phones. By sacrificing 4 units, we can produce 1 more unit of computers. Likewise, if you come down, you can finally see here, when you move from 4 to 5, this unit, so still it is 1 unit of computers, production of additionally 1 unit of computers, then we have to sacrifice only 1 unit of mobile phone. So it decreased 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? So this is called decreasing opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is getting decreased. The previous one was increasing opportunity cost, because when we increase the production of one good, the amount of sacrifice from the other good is getting increased. In this case, when the PPF is convex to the origin, when the PPF is convex to the origin, then we are having decreasing opportunity cost. Why? When we increase the production of computers by similar unit, the amount of sacrificing from the mobile phones is getting decreased. So we say decreasing opportunity cost. Think why it is so. The final shape is the unique opportunity cost. In the unique opportunity cost, what happens if we want to increase the production of computers from 0 to 1? That is again 1 unit of increase in computer production. Then the amount that we sacrifice for the production of mobile phone is the 3 units. To produce 1 unit of computers, we need the resources that we had allocated for 3 units production of mobile phones in the beginning. So let's move further. 1 more unit here, increment in 1 more unit of production of computers. Then we have sacrificed 3 units of mobile phones. Likewise, let's get from 4 to 5. 1 unit of production of computers, still it is 3. Therefore, we can see if we are increasing the production of computers with similar number. For simplicity, we said 1 unit. If we increase the computer production by 1 unit, the amount that we sacrifice from the mobile phone is always 3. So it is fixed. It is not changing. So therefore, we say it is unique. Always will be the same. To have a unique opportunity cost, we should have linear PPF. You can see here, we are having linear. If it is concave to the origin, we had increasing opportunity cost. If it is convex to the origin, then we had decreasing opportunity cost. Then finally, if we are having unique opportunity cost, we will be having linear PPF. Now the question, why we are having these different types of opportunity cost? There are many reasons. But for easy understanding, I will give you one simple one. Now let's assume we are having increasing opportunity cost, where we are having concave to the origin type of PPF. Right? PPF is concave to the origin. So we are having increasing opportunity cost. How it can happen? You take an example like, let's assume instead of mobile phones and computers, I will put here, I will put, I will keep computers, that is okay. So we can produce 15 units of tea or 5 units of computers. That is the given scenario with the given technology. Let's assume this is in the estate sector. Now, we had no any, maybe I will put garment here, a real example. Right, so we are having tea and garment. Either we can produce tea or garment. This is about the estate sector in Sri Lanka. We are having a very well-trained workers, nice environmental conditions, and the soil conditions for production of tea. So what we do in Sri Lanka, we are producing 15 units, maybe millions kilos of tea, and we don't produce any computers. Now, let's assume any number of garments. Let's assume government decided to have a garment factory in the estate sector to diversify their production process. So we need some labors because resource is fixed. Whether you are producing tea or garment, your resources are fixed. Therefore, what we do, we take some of the resources that we had employed for the production of tea to produce garment. Production of tea and garment are two different things. And the process is different. This is because manual labor, this is a trained skilled labor. And you can get to the tea estate to do this business, but for garment, you have to get into the factory. Therefore, when we want to shift from tea production to garment, what we do, in the beginning, we select the best workers, those who are easily transferred. Maybe they are educated. Compared to the rest of the people, first we take the best educated people, those who are easily convertible from tea to garment. So we take those people and put the garment production. So there will be some people, those who are really capable of producing tea as well as garments. And even in the estate sector, we have some garment workers. So therefore, we can easily convert them. We can take one person from tea like this, like the first case. We take one person from tea and put that person for the production of computers here. So we can get 1 unit of computers without any difficulties. But next time, if we want to increase further, now we are not satisfied with one garment, we need 2 units of garments. Then what we do? Now we have selected the best employees from tea production to the garment and we put them there. So then what we do, we get the best out of the remaining. They are not the best of the total employment or the labor force, but they are the best with the remaining people. So we take those best people and put them in the garment. So they may not be able to produce like the previous guys. So previous guys, they made 1 tea, 1 garment. Now we need the people, those who work for producing 2 units of tea to produce 1 unit of garment because they are not that much easily convertible. If you take the third case, if you want to move further, of course, we have lost that best out of best. And the remaining best also taken. Now, what we do, we look at the remaining and take best out of them. So then we need at least 3 persons to produce 1 unit of garment. Likewise, when we are increasing little by little, finally, when we move from 4 to 5, the resources available in the production of tea is well trained, very good at the in the production of tea. They cannot produce garment at all. So then what we do, we take all these 5 and give some training and this and that. Finally, we will be getting 1 unit of computer. So in the beginning, 1 person who made 1 kilo of tea produced 1 unit of garment. Finally, 5 persons who produce on average 1 kilo of tea now produce only 1 unit of garments. This happens because of that convertibility. And this is one reason why we are having increasing opportunity cost. Of course, increasing opportunity cost is realistic and very practical. And decreasing opportunity cost also can be explained with the same example. Let's assume in the previous case, this one either because of the government rule or both garment and tea production was endowed by the same owner. Therefore, he wanted to take best out of best and put into the production of computers because he was the owner of both companies. But if you take a case like this, where we are having tea production here again and garment production here. In this case, let's assume tea production is belong to one company and garment production is belong to another company. Then what happens? In the beginning, garment, this tea factory, it doesn't want to lose its best resources. So therefore, what they do, they give worst out of all the people to the production of computers. Therefore, they are very difficult to convert. And we need to take a lot of effort. Therefore, we need at least 5 people to produce 1 unit of computers. So therefore, what we do, we gave out the worst people from here and put them here. Losing 5 mobile phones, we can produce 1 computers. Likewise, we will be giving out, and finally we get into 4 to 5. Now, we have all the remaining people, those who are best, right? So we need only 1 person to produce 1 unit of garment. 1 unit of, a person who can produce 1 unit of mobile, he can produce 1 unit of garment. And so then we have the decreasing opportunity cost. But anyway, theoretically, we can explain this with law of variable proportion. This will be a homework. So read what is law of variable proportion and try to understand how can link that with PPF. How we can explain the different types of opportunity cost based on law of variable proportion. And decreasing opportunity cost with the labor productivity, as I told you now with my example, depending on the productivity, we can have a different shape. And finally, we can calculate the value of opportunity cost if we are interested. So what we can do, we have to find out what is the number of units decrease to increase 1 unit of the concerned good. So then what we do, we divide the number of unit decrease by the number of units increase. If you take example, here, number of unit decrease is 3. Number of unit increase is 1. Right? So then 3 divided by 1, opportunity cost will be 3. So likewise, you can calculate simply the other two graphs and understand the value, how we can calculate the opportunity cost. So let's assume this is about Sri Lanka. The estate sector, this estate workers can produce either tea or garment. Right? If we want to produce tea, they can produce 15 units of with all its labors. And we assume this tea company is going to diversify their income. Therefore, what they are going to do, they are going to establish a garment factory in the tea estates. It's the same company. And we had the tea factory, and now they are going to open up a garment factory. Then, in the beginning, what happens? For the production of garment, we need people, we need resources. Let's assume it is only people. The other things are given. We need people from tea production to be shifted to garment production. If the company owner is the same, tea production and the garment production, if the company owner is the same, then what happens? In the beginning, we look the labor force. We look at the people and find out who are capable of producing garment or who are easily transferable from production of tea to garment. Then we take that people and put the production of garment. So in the beginning, we take the best out of best. Therefore, the person who is producing 1 kilo of tea will be taken and put into the production of computers. So we will be able to produce 1 unit of garment with by sacrificing 1 unit of tea, because these people are easily convertible, or they are having the similar capacities. But if you want to go further, let's say we need to go further, then we want to increase from 1 to 2. Then we don't have those resources we had. The best employees are no more there because already we have taken them. Then what we do, we select the best of the remaining people. So we took the best of the remaining, therefore, the laborers that produce 2 units of can be shifted to the production of garment. They will be able to produce 1 unit of garment. In the third scenario, now those remaining best also gone, the second best also gone. Now we will have another look at the labor force and select best from the remaining, like third best from the remaining people. And those people will be shifted to the production of garment. Then we need at least the people, those who produce at least 3 kilos of tea to produce 1 unit of garment. Likewise, in the beginning, we take the best, and towards the end, the remaining will be the worst. Right? So finally, if company decides to close down the tea production and employ all its laborers to the production of garment, then the remaining 5 people or people, those who are producing at least 5 units of tea, need to be taken to produce 1 unit of garment. And that is with the labor productivity and the transferability of our production factors. Depending on the transferability, this may change. And that explains increasing opportunity cost. If we are having that kind of a scenario, you can see the amount that we sacrifice from tea is getting gradually increased. So we say increasing opportunity cost. The similar way you can explain decreasing opportunity cost. If you put the other way around, the two companies will be different. And so therefore, when garment production requests some labor from the tea production, they will give worst out of all resources. And second time, they give the worst from the remaining. Likewise, finally, we will be having the very best workers for the tea production, and those people will be shifted to the computer production, so they can exactly produce the similar level of garment.